All mates, well, we're out here. It's the aftermath of one of the biggest tragedies slash conspiracies that I've seen in my lifetime. Actually, I shouldn't say that because I did see 9/11, I did see COVID, and now I see the utter destruction and heartless killing of thousands of Hawaiians. And now we're out here on tradition because she popped a line too. I checked her during the storm and the line was fine, but it must have been chafing. Luckily on this boat I got a chain and I had 3 lines. Now I got 2 lines. I'm gonna go ahead and try to tie up that third frayed piece. It looked like it chafed on the bulwarks there where it goes through the fair lead, but let's check it out. Good to see you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I thought that LAHAINA video might have got some more traction, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's getting shuttered as well, you know. It's an interesting time over here, I'll put it that way. Anyway, let's check out that bow line. Well, here's the bitter end. Looks like a legitimate chafe. Although that was the chafe point. Those are strong winds. Let's see what we can do with that. That's designed to resist the chafe. Obviously didn't. Okay. This is our primary. At this point, this line does look pretty tired. Let's tighten this one down. But also why it's very important just to have someone watching these things, because in general, you never know what's going to happen with the storms. Especially now that everybody likes the idea of man-made climate changes and forgets that we actually have a lot of ways to control the weather, or at least affect it. I shouldn't say control because I feel like they don't have very good control at all, which is obvious. If they could control it, it would work more in their favor, rather than like giving us like huge winters in the middle of their global warming and crisis and all that shit. But truthfully, people, I'm sick of it. Seeing the loss of life here in Hawaii. I'm not Hawaiian, but I've lived here longer than I've lived anywhere. It's amazing to think that our own leaders could actually be the ones sabotaging us. That's very disheartening. Okay, let's run this line out. See if I can't tie it back to itself. Hero figured out how to go down the stairs. Did you hurt yourself? Are you okay? No broken bones? Come. You're good. Well, it ain't pretty, but it should hold. I'll go ahead and add another one here for safekeeping. These lines are fat too. Those are 1-inchers. Ahoy, mates! Well, we're out here on the dumpster diver, and we've had a good little turn of events. All this action happening on Maui and the recent storm, losing a line, it kind of, I think, sent Tom a little gun shy. So, he's basically giving me this boat. He wants out. I have a choice. I can take it over myself, start paying the monthly and be the guy with the money, or I can sell it and keep the first 10 grand that I get from it. It's a tough decision to make, but I have a feeling I'm just gonna put this thing on the auction block and see what happens. I kind of rather would put my money into a real ocean going boat if it's my money. I love the idea of keeping this boat going and making it into some sort of recovery vessel, but I'm losing confidence in the state of Hawaii, and you know, it's just an interesting time in the world. Sad to say, but we're hanging in the balance. I got about a month to decide what I want to do. I'll probably put this thing up online and see if anybody wants to take over the project. We're going to cancel that haul out for 9/11, and bottom don't leak. It's clean. It's fine. I run this thing the way it is. You guys tell me. I don't really know what I should do, but I've been doing some work on this boat, and I got 4 new cleats and a Texas bar. That makes 5 cleats actually, and some chafe gear. Let me go ahead and show you that work. I also welded my davit on there, so I have a slip yoke for my davit now, so I can hoist at least dinghies on deck easily. You know, I could probably hoist about 1,000 pounds or less. But anyway, let me show you what I got. So you guys probably saw me putting these cleats on. Here's my Texas bar. Horrible shadow. And here is a third cleat on the bow. Now, as you can see, this bow has a ton of surface rust. It's actually not that bad. I feel like it's going to take me a day or two just to go ahead and grind this down. Or, you know, maybe the needle gun or whatever, but we'll grind it down, we'll epoxy paint, prime it, and put a surface coat on there. Astern, I got 2 cleats done in stainless, and I welded this davit hoist. It needs some gussets, but for now I just have stays going. So we do have a mini crane on here. I'm gonna take one of these fire extinguishers home in case my tinderbox of a house decides to catch on flames. What do you guys think I should do with this boat? Anybody want to buy it? This boat has come a long way since we got it. There's no more mold. She's got cleats. Runs great. She's got that Navy equipment. It's a shame to let it go, but it's one of those times in the world where people are consolidating their assets. Let's put it that way. Should we keep the dive boat? Should we let it go to the highest bidder? I kind of feel like it'd be better to have an ocean going boat. This is definitely more of a harbor tug. So anyway, for now we're going to keep on keeping on, and I'm going to try to get these decks cleaned up so if I do sell it, it looks a little better. But yeah, it's a Sunday in Hawaii. I got called out here to pick up a motor. I didn't even video it, but I brought that nice Mercury 6 back out here to Tom, and him and his buddy Frank there sunk it yesterday. I dropped it off yesterday, I picked it up again today, and now it needs to be pickled, which is, I say, a 50-50 of ever running right again. So it's a shit show. It's a sugar show, as my grandma would say. We got to figure out what we're doing here. You guys tell me what you think. Put it in the comments, man. I'm curious. I know lots of y'all think I'm kooking out, but honestly, my heart's in the right place, and I feel like it might be time to make some serious decisions too. So, yeah, we keep it. Should she stay or should she go? Do I stay or do I go now? If I stay, there might be trouble. Well, if I go, there might be double. So go on and let me know in the comments. Should this boat stay or should it go? My double DOG descended these stairs now by himself twice. And I'm wondering if he's got broken bones. Doesn't look like it. Never underestimate the sheer power, willpower, and gnarliness of a German Shepherd. Those guys are wild. Yeah, it'd be sad to see this thing go. Already bringing batteries out here, and we got a little mini galley set up over here. I got her all demolded, and we got fishing gear up in the forward. Here's where Tom's been staying. This is his bed area. Pretty cool, actually, to be honest. Got fishing gear and all kinds of supplies. And then, you know, astern here, we've got this big area with lots of potential. And our motors are back there through that hatch. Watertight hatches on everything. We were thinking to actually ditch this whole module. This whole thing I'm standing in lifts out by crane, and underneath here we have ballast tanks and a straight floor, and actually a pretty tall gunnel too. The gunnel's all the way up to my nipple height. If we were to pull this out, it actually would probably leave a nice deck space. But we decided as a team that Tom wants out. I mean, I don't blame him. You know, it's easy to get excited about stuff like this. He kind of thought his grandson could come down here and partner up with me on this project, and his grandson is in the UK. Got a new girlfriend now, and he ain't coming. So Tom put it out there, you know. It's like I can either have the boat or I can sell it and keep the first 10 grand of that money. Either way, it's kind of tempting, you know. I could put that 10 grand into tradition, or even into like a trailerable fishing boat. There's a lot of different options that could happen. With what's been happening on Maui, it's hard for me to really like feel excited about building a business here. I think the realistic aspect of that is that Hawaii is already taken. The West Koreans are here. They've been here for a while. Oahu is overwhelmed. And on the outer islands that are much more localized, they're going to have to pull more stunts like they pulled on Maui. There were fires that broke out on Big Island. My mom lives over there, and where she's at, it's so wet. They're not even afraid of that sort of thing. Friends on Molokai said that there were fires on Molokai. They went out pretty quickly, but right in the town center. That's another. I was talking to Maki. I think that's another spot that they might want to just claim real quick. You know, nobody's going to sell these oceanfront properties, you know, unless they're totally devalued and they can't live there. And so they just kind of clean the slate. So everybody wants to get out now. Might as well make airfares $30 so you can just get the heck out. Yeah, they're cleaning the slate over here. Oahu's already taken. Big Island, Molokai, Kauai, Maui. It's dangerous, to be honest. Also heard, sadly, first police shooting I've ever heard of on Molokai. They went and shot my friend's brother. Apparently he had a TRO against him, but somebody called the cops on him, and it wasn't the TRO person. Somebody random called the cops on him. Apparently he might have had a machete under his arm or something, but that's kind of standard over there in the jungle. I was always packing a knife or a machete or a gun or whatever. Two cops, imported cops off Maui. Molokai is Maui County, by the way. which is also very weird. And they have two cops not from there went over to my friend's brother's house and shot him dead. About 6 rounds, I think, and they won't release the body cam footage. It's another weird situation. This is a war against the remaining Hawaiian kingdom. There is an aspect of Hawaii that's still Hawaii. As you guys probably know, Hawaii was unlawfully taken in the plantation revolutions, basically. And the Hawaiians, you know, got destabilized because crystal meth was introduced in a heavy way over here, undoubtedly by the CIA and those operatives. And it kind of destroyed all the strength in the Hawaiian men. My mother is married to a Hawaiian man from a pretty big Hawaiian family, and they live on Big Island. And it makes me concerned about that whole situation. Now, I think she's safe and she's smart and they're all fine. But what's going to happen in the time to come? That Governor Josh Green guy, he was right up there on the news talking about how we're going to rebuild and we already have billions of dollars to do it and stuff like that. Walking around the destruction area, looking at it like it was a construction site. He looks like a smug son of a bee, to be honest with you. I don't trust any of it. I think we're at war, people. I've known we're at war, but this might be a little push against the indigenous culture over here too. So I don't care whether you're on the left or the right. We all gotta just think right. Not right side of the political spectrum or left. That's all two wings of a dying bird. It's the globalists who are coming in here and they want to make that one world economy. They've been talking about it. If you pay any attention at all, you've heard about it. Well, it's directly affecting my friends here. And I'm kind of in the middle, you know. I'm not from here. I flew here. I didn't grow here, as they say. But my mom married into a Hawaiian family, and I respect them so much. And I've seen how the cards have been stacked against them. And this is just another one of those death blows. Big time death blow. They're announcing the body count today at 100. I probably posted, I think, that it was like 50 or more. My friend on Maui says it's got to be close to 2,000 people dead. She said that they were taking bodies out of LAHAINA in dump trucks. That ain't cool. So what do? When do we actually stand up? When do we have any cojones left in this society? The reason we have the Second Amendment is so we can stop a tyrannical government. All those people ain't nothing without their security, without their bodyguards, and they know it. So what do? Please tell me what to do. I'm beside myself. My German Shepherd dog has been shitting himself for 4 days. Sorry, he's had diarrhea for 4 days. 5 days now. I'm finally getting over it today. I feel like because his senses are so keen, he's feeling that suffering. And that suffering is sickening. It should be sickening to everyone. One idiot, probably just a freaking bot account. Why do you care about LAHAINA town? There's not even a good beach there. It ain't about the beach. None of us go sit on the beach. Real people live here, and we do real things. Tourists come here to sit on a beach. Tourism is gaudy. You don't just go and spectate people. It's not a zoo. Have some respect. Thousands of lives are lost. Thousands of homes, guaranteed thousands of homes are lost. Families are disrupted. People are crying. Have some sympathy. And look at the whole world in these eyes. This is where I stand. Here. You stand where you stand, but take a stand. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Here's my coolest bull. by the way. It's actually functioning as a lounge table. After all, we still are in Hawaii. That raft over there is known as the church. That's one of the most old school, coolest guys, man. There's a lot of cool people around here. I think we've all got caught up in this political BS to the point where we're not even friends anymore. But in reality, we all knew not to let that come between us.